Hello, this is Nicky Horn, and with me now on Live from London is Steve Marriott. Steve,
hello,
welcome. It's good to see you.
Yeah.
Let me start, if I may, talking about your early career, because you started life as a child actor. Can you tell us how you got involved in all that?
My mum got me involved in that. I had a ukulele, and I used to sort of play skiffle or whatever. I was only a nipper about that at all. Well, I haven't got much bigger now.
Makes two of
But,
us.
yeah, just go around the bus queues begging, or anywhere I could, you know. And it came to light afterwards that Lionel Bart, who wrote the show Oliver, which I was auditioning for, had actually seen me do all that, and well, waiting for his bus, no doubt. I've no idea. But Lionel told me later that he knew all about it, and there's something to do with my family as well that he knew of that I didn't know anything about. Went for the audition, done Oh Boy, and that was my new hobby had just begun. That was it.
Because you then became the Artful Dodger in Oliver, and
Well, a little bit.
You were going to the Italian Conti, which is a theatrical school.
Oh, well, no, listen, I'm not posh. The only reason I did that was because my school burnt down, which I got the blame for. My mother still got the cuttings from that, but I had no choice. I had to go to a drama school. But it was good though.
Why?
So
Because no other school would have you?
That's right. No, that's right. Because there's a little picture of me dressed as the Artful Dodger. It says Little Chicago Burns in the Stratford Express, and that was my lot. And the thing that was good though, I was one of the rough kids there, because Italian Conti is full of rejects, like eating rejects, or you know, walk around with plums in their mouth, and they don't really do a lot. But someone like me that was working all the time to pay his fees off, I was working all the time, so you get petty jealousies. We used to beat all these posh kids up for their sweets. You know, it was me and a geezer from Tulse Hill, and we'd give us your sweets, you know, and they'd have to, of course.
A great training ground, obviously, for going into rock and roll. So, how did you start in music? What led you from the stage to music?
Well, I got fed up with it. I mean, it's all right when you're a kid acting, you know what I mean, but not much of a future in it. But I was hip enough at that age to see when I was 16 I was going to be in a lot of trouble, or 17, because there's a lot of kids of that. When you're 13, 12, and you've got a lot of mouth or whatever, you can get these sort of parts. They're written for you, but I could see a lot of trouble, and I was already, you know, messing about with little bands like the Moonlights, doing shadow steps and all that sort of stuff. Although I tried to turn them onto Muddy Waters, not much effect at that point in time. Yeah. But and that's about it. I just got fed up with acting. I really did.
So
hanging about the sets for hours on end.
So the Small Faces, where does that come? I mean, how did you get involved with them?
Well, I got them fired from the band they were in. See, Ronnie Lane, I used to work in a music shop in the East End. Ronnie Lane came in and I sold him a bass, met his dad, and he said, "Why don't you come and have a sing with us?" I said, "I'm a singer, out of work singer." Usual load of wallop, you know. And we went down some pub in Bermondsey that night, but his band was called The Outcasts. They were quite good. Kenny Jones was in that band, Ronnie and Kenny, and they had a regular gig at this Bermondsey pub. Well, me thinking I was Shirley Marriott, started on the piano and ended up jumping on it and smashing it. Consequently, they all got fired. They didn't have a gig no more. And the band broke up because of that, see? So it was my fault again, but Ronnie and Kenny said that, well, might as well stick with him, he's caused the problem. One of those things.